your husband was in a very public relationship. They were kids. People were obsessed with the idea of them. People were confused on the timeline you're talking about of like, is she a homewrecker? So I guess my question is, Hailey, were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
No. Not one time. When him and I started hanging out, like, okay, let's just put it this way. When him and I ever started, like, hooking up or, like, anything of that sort, he was not ever in a relationship, ever, at any point. I would never, it's not my character to mess with someone's relationship. I would just never do that. I was raised better than that. I'm not interested in doing that, and I never was. Like, I can say, period, point blank, I was never with him when he was in a relationship with him.
Forgiveness is what makes the world go around.
Right.
And when we forgive, we keep moving. We shake it off, that hurt, but I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna go to work today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna love people today. I mean, having a closed heart sucks, bro. And like, you can wish someone well, maybe don't have them close to you anymore because they keep disrespecting you, they keep belittling you.
Mm-hmm.
But like, forgive them, send them on their way, and God will bring people to you that are supposed to be in your life.
When private texts go public, relationships are tested, reputations are shattered, and fans are left questioning everything they thought they knew. In 2026, Justin Bieber, one of the world's most famous pop stars, found his inner circle thrown into flames. Not by paparazzi snooping, but by a very modern betrayal. A leaked message thread that turned Team Bieber into ground zero for Hollywood drama. And at the epicenter of this explosion, Hailey Bieber, whose controversial reactions to the fallout have left everyone asking, did Hailey take her defense of Justin too far, or was she simply fighting to protect her family? It began as so many scandals do, with an anonymous source and a screenshot. Fans awoke to blurry, late-night posts that claimed to show a private group chat among Justin Bieber's top management, stylists, security, and some lesser-known creative directors. The tone was tense, with someone, their username cropped, but rumored to be a longtime road manager, venting about the impossible demands and emotional roller coaster that comes with being in Bieber's orbit. What followed was a string of candid confessions, some of them empathetic, others verging on scathing, a backstage pass into the real pressure cooker behind the pop icon's pristine image. For years, rumors had swirled about Justin's struggles with fame, faith, and fatigue. But these leaked texts painted a much darker picture. A team splintered by power struggles, burnout, and what Sarah described as toxic positivity in the pursuit of perfection. One chilling message summed it all up. If you can't fake it, you'll get cut, or worse, get on Hailey's bad side. When Hailey Bieber entered Justin's life, many fans saw her as the calming presence the troubled singer needed, a model with poise and a sharp mind. She quickly became an indispensable part of his world. But the leak dragged her into the fire, harder than anyone anticipated. Within hours of the messages surfacing, Hailey's response was everywhere. Instead of a standard PR statement, she took to Instagram stories with a thinly veiled message. Don't mistake kindness for weakness, and don't test a woman who protects her own. What followed over the next few days has since become known as the Hailey escalation. She allegedly called out, unfollowed, and blocked several suspected leakers, and was said to have demanded that negative voices be released from Justin's payroll. Several employees anonymously reported feeling, in their words, hunted and publicly shamed. Was this fierce loyalty to Justin or standard Hollywood crisis strategy? She has always played mama bear when it comes to Justin, says a former stylist. But this time, the claws really came out. If Hailey was the story's lightning rod, the true mystery was his thunderstorm. Who leaked the messages, and for what purpose? Some fans suspected an ex-employee seeking revenge for layoffs amid Bieber's recently scaled-back tour. Others pointed to a disgruntled manager angry at being pushed out in favor of newer, Hailey-approved additions. One entertainment journalist speculated it was a self-sabotage play by a former confidant who believed Justin's mental health was in jeopardy, hoping to force a moment of reckoning. Still, others noted the timing. Just as rumors swirled about Justin's next album, a scandal could guarantee media attention and, in a twisted way, drum up public sympathy. There's always a calculus in L.A., one producer noted. Maybe they thought exposing team dysfunction would finally get Justin the help he needs. Or maybe they just wanted to watch it all burn. If fame is a game won and lost in the court of public opinion, then Team Bieber found themselves in open court, and the jury was divided. Some fans leapt to Hailey's defense. "She's just protecting her husband," read one popular comment under a post. We all know how people have tried to bring them down. Anyone in her shoes would fight back. Others, however, were deeply uncomfortable. "What Hailey's doing isn't protecting. It's power tripping," wrote another. You don't burn everyone around you to protect a castle built on quicksand. Fan forums, TikTok, and Twitter threads, now X, dissected Hailey's every move. Was it a coordinated PR campaign or an unfiltered outburst? Theories exploded. A trending Reddit thread listed all the former team members Hailey had supposedly feuded with, complete with timelines, Instagram likes, and cryptic subtweets. Some observers noted the double standard in how women who fiercely protect their partners are viewed, vilified versus men acting similarly. But others argued this wasn't about gender, but about an unhealthy culture control. At some point, defending someone you love crosses over into scorched earth territory, said a pop culture psychologist. Hailey may genuinely believe she's helping Justin, but the backlash could do more harm than letting the storm blow over. Amidst the chaos, Justin Bieber himself said nothing. For days, it felt like an eternity in internet time. Absent were his usual faith-filled posts or guitar-strumming kitchen videos. His silence spoke volumes. For many, it looked less like calm and more like paralysis. Sources close to Bieber described him as frustrated and exhausted. "No one wins in this," one friend shares. He hates confrontation, hates staff turnover, and hates overprotective measures as much as he hates feeling exposed. This is, after all, a performer whose life has seen sky-touching highs and bottomless lows. Being on Team Bieber is a dream gig, but it's also the toughest job in pop, says a longtime industry watcher. The recent leaks, half confession, half accusation, made clear that even the world's most successful musicians can be held hostage by the expectations of fame. Behind every A-lister is an army: managers, agents, security, media trainers, friends, and advisors. Most work in silence. Their voice is rarely heard outside a carefully controlled ecosystem. But what happens when the people paid to protect someone begin to whisper doubts or grievances? When does loyalty become complicity? And when does whistleblowing become sabotage? Celebrity teams are like families, only with NDAs and way more money at stake, says a Hollywood PR veteran. When things go south, the power dynamics can be brutal. The Bieber leaks were a rare look inside a world that typically thrives on secrets. The messages capture staff struggling to make sense of blurred boundaries. Should team members challenge a star's decisions? How do they raise concerns without being exiled? Where's the line between caring and codependency? And then there's a cost. As the messages circulated, stories of dismissed assistants and mutinous managers resurfaced, painting a picture of a team reshaped to Hailey's vision. A vision that, even if meant for Justin's good, left many scorched along the way. Every era has its celebrity scandals, but today's fame feels different. Private group chats, voice notes, casual DMs, all have potential to explode online. In Justin and Hailey Bieber's case, the lines between family, business, and public persona have never been blurrier. Digital culture offers both amplification and annihilation. Hailey's most vocal supporters frame her responses as a masterclass in taking control. Critics say she overreached, bringing unnecessary pain to people who, just weeks ago, were considered family. In the end, both may be right. The answer depends on perspective. Some believe there is no limit to what you should do to protect a loved one in a world eager